Welcome to On the Hold Shelf, with your host, Gregory Solo. Hi everybody. On today's episode of On the Hold Shelf, we are going to learn how to check items out to a patron using Millennium. It's one of the most important things you need to learn how to do, and it constitutes a huge amount of what you're actually going to be doing behind the circulation desk. It's a simple process, but there are some useful tips and tricks that can make your life easier while doing it. To check items out to a patron, the first thing you need to do is scan their patron barcode from their ID card. This is if they are a student, a faculty member, or someone similarly associated with the college. You can also scan in patrons who have Oberlin Public Library ID cards if they've already set up an account at the main library, or if they have courtesy borrowing privileges. To check up on the details of courtesy borrowing privileges, either ask a supervisor or you can check the details in the circulation handbook. Now, sometimes a patron ID will be too worn away or damaged to scan properly. This is not a crisis. Even if a person has forgotten their ID or library card, there is a way to key their record directly from the system. In this field here, simply write their last name with the prefix N. And it will bring up a list of possible matches for that patron. And just find it in the list and double-click on it to bring up their account. Make sure when you do this that you ask for some form of identification before checking out any items to these patrons. Now, after scanning the barcode or otherwise finding their account, the patron's record and information will come up in Millennium like so. There is quite a bit of it here, and we'll go over it all in due time, but right now the only two fields are what really need your focus: the checkout field down here and the scan field up here at the top. To actually check out an item to a patron, simply scan the item barcode into the scan field. It will automatically add the item to their account, along with the item's due date. It is very important that you inform your patrons of things such as 3-hour loans, or any other changes in due date that are different than just the typical end of the semester. Sometimes, when you try to check out an item, you may encounter an error like this. This means you are trying to scan a Sigma barcode rather than a newer one. Sigma barcodes have a distinctive appearance. They look like this. It's a fairly bad scan, but you get the idea. And they do not start with the typical item barcodes, which go along the order of 393. It is still, of course, possible to check Sigma barcode items out simply before you scan them. Use the prefix B for barcode, and scan the item normally. And there it is. Now, after you check items out, make sure you desensitize them using the machine located on the shelf beneath the circulation desk. This will allow them to pass out of the library without setting off the door alarms. But it's important to remember, do not sensitize or desensitize DVDs or CDs. This will wipe them out, and we do not want that. So only do this for books and scores. Finally, make sure you close the patron's account after you have finished helping them. An account open in Millennium cannot be opened from anywhere else on campus, and this will cause trouble if they are trying to check items out from multiple library branches in quick succession. So to close their account, simply hit the close button in the upper right-hand corner of the Millennium window. And there you have it. You now know how to check out items using Millennium. If you have any questions, contact the supervisor, or else reference the circulation handbook for help. See you next time.